All right, well, it's time for our weekly segment, Informed Decisions with Lauryn Dempsey, where we explore the Colorado housing market. If you're thinking of buying a home in 2024, listen to this. So today we're diving into how to win a multiple offer situation in Denver's competitive real estate market, because it hasn't gone away. Lauryn, thanks for coming back in on the show. Great to see you, as always.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so this is a really, I remember when things were really hot and you would walk into a house or a situation and there were always multiple offers and you had to bid above everybody else. I mean, what are we seeing right now? And is that something you think is going to return?
We are starting to see multiple offers return in the market, and the reason being for three different reasons: inventory, interest rates, and seasonality. So we've talked about inventory before. We just don't have enough homes for the amount of buyers that are active in the market. Interest rates have been stable. We're in the sixes. We've been there for about 5%, or for 5 weeks or so, and stability brings confidence for many buyers. And when we were seeing rates go up and down, that brought a lot of volatility, and a lot of buyers were hesitant to get into the market. So stability is a good thing for our market. And then we also have seasonality. Once the calendar hits January, then we start to see a completely different market pop up from what it was in the winter or December season. So definitely a lot more buyers active in the market. The market is picking up every week right now.
You can almost feel it, right? If the rates drop, you can feel like this pent-up demand that's going to just explode. I just have this feeling.
Yes.
I don't know. So what's one of the most important things right now that buyers need to keep in mind?
Yeah, well, your team is critical to be successful in a highly competitive market. So working with an agent who understands the nuances of the market is important, like my team and I. There was actually a recent study that shared that about 50% of agents in the United States only sold 0 to 1 homes in the past year, and about 70% of agents only sold 5 or less homes. So over 1 million licensed agents in the United States are part-time agents, and that is not necessarily what's going to set you up for success in a multiple offer situation. I know what happened last weekend in a specific neighborhood, what the activity was like, how many offers homes were getting. So that informs how we move forward in the next weekend. So part-time agents may not necessarily have that insight. On top of that, your lender is critical. If you're working with a reputable lender, when their listing agent is evaluating multiple offers, they're going to check out both your agent and their sales activity and your lender's production.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, Lauryn. So how realistic is it for a buyer to win a home on the first offer that you write?
Absolutely, it can be very realistic. So I had a buyer in a very competitive multiple offer situation a couple of weeks ago. It was a highly desirable home. We had a multi-day campaign to make sure that his offer stood out.
A multi-day campaign, so it wasn't just about the price.
No, it wasn't just about the price. It was about early communication with the listing agent, strategizing with the lender, and staying in touch throughout the weekend to ensure that their offer continued to stay at the top. And they ultimately won. So I've been in 51 multiple offer situations since 2020, and 41 of my buyers have won on the first offer they've ever written, and 5 of them have actually gotten verbal counters and elected to continue searching. So my success rate with buyers in multiple offer situations is about 90%. And that's the type of team that you want to have behind you if you really want to win your dream home here in Denver.
That takes a lot of legwork on your part there.
Yes.
So how do you help buyers beat out competition to win their dream home?
It all starts before we even start seeing homes. So I have a 1-hour buyer consult via Zoom with my clients where we really talk about market conditions, understand how to navigate it successfully, and also we get to know one another and understand what they're looking for in a home so we can set them up for success. One of the things that I share in that initial consult is 15 different tactics and levers that we can use if they are up against a multiple offer situation. So weeks or even months before they're writing an offer, they understand the nuances of how to write a contract that stands out and wins. So if you're a buyer in the market, call me, text me. I'm happy to help you succeed in a market because it is possible.
You're just about strategy, and I really like that. You really prove that this process starts well before the moment you walk into the home.
Yes.
And I like that about you a lot, Lauryn. So thanks for coming in here today. Here's a little more information. You can scan this QR code to get your home buyer's guide. You didn't bring one in today, but normally you bring it in. Yep. You have that available. You've got all that planned out. It helps people successfully navigate this rapidly changing market. You can call Lauryn and her team today at the Dempsey Group, and be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Informed Decisions on Wednesday. Thank you to Lauryn Dempsey and the Dempsey Group for sponsoring this segment.